names. Oh, thank you. I forgot to hit record. So I do need to let you all know that we are recording the meeting. Okay, so this is a list of the presenters tonight. So first I want to take a moment to say thank you so much for everyone that has agreed to present tonight. I know we all have very busy schedules, and so it's definitely appreciated. I ask our presenters to try to limit your comments and presentations to about a minute and a half, 90 seconds if possible, so that we can get through the forum and try to get everyone out and done by 8:15. Okay. If you have questions as we go through, please put the questions in the chat, and they can be answered as we go by anyone that knows an answer, or at the end, I'll go through and address anything that hasn't been answered by the end of the meeting. Okay, and I want to say thanks to Kristen Swift, who is helping out as we go through, and she will be putting in, as we go through the different presenters, the various links that are relevant to their talks or to their departments. Okay, so you can check the chat for links that you can copy or bookmark as we go through. That will be available later on. So if you miss something, don't worry about it. It will get emailed with the link to the recording of the meeting as well. Okay. All right. So moving on, we're going to begin tonight with another message from Grace. So if you just joined our last meeting, you already met Grace, our PTSA president for this year, but she will start us off. So go ahead.
Hi. Oh, thank you, Ellie, so much for coordinating this forum, and welcome to all our guests. Like you said, my name is Grace Kung, and I'm this year's PTSA president. This year, we want to build on PTSA and continue to foster a school community where everyone feels heard and welcome. We aim to represent, inform, and mobilize members of the Tiger community to work together for the betterment of parents, teachers, and students at SPHS. Hence the name PTSA, or Parent Teacher Student Association. We want to increase membership, increase donations, increase volunteerism. Overall, we aim to work together to build collaborative family engagement at SPHS, creating positive outcomes for our students. So to learn more about us, please visit our website. Hopefully, I think Kristen will put the chat in the link, and click Join, Donate, Volunteer to join the PTSA. Support our teachers with Wish Night, make your no sweat donation, and overall, just join our community. Thank you so much. See you around.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Grace. Next, we're going to hear from Kristen Swift, who's speaking on behalf of herself, and Susan Yoshimura, who are both in charge of communications and the website. So let's hear from Kristen about all things communication.
Great. Thank you so much. And I want to just thank Susan, who does our website. She does our website. She does the Tiger Booster website. She's a busy, busy woman at this time of year. So I promised I would speak for her so she didn't have to, and she's probably working on our website, honestly. So on the website, there are lots of things. We have a great PTSA website with so much information. If you can go to the next slide, you can see that we have, join, donate, volunteer, which you guys, we've been plugging that for a couple weeks now. The really good one that I want to show you all is the For Parents area. So there's Parents Home, there's meetings and forums. So all these kind of forums, you can find those in there. Ways to volunteer, any kind of resources, community. We have links to all the websites for all the different, groups across the district. We have Instagram places that you should follow so that you could follow all the Instagrams that are important to the high school on there. And if you can go to the next page, the Parent Tiger Guide. It's a really great, ridiculously long 80-page guide. But what I say to everybody is it's one of those things where there's certain things that we're not even going to get to in this meeting, like what is an OOTR, what's a SAC card, what's ASB, things like that. Like what's this dance, what's that? If you look it up in the Parent Tiger Guide, my guess is it's going to be there. It's all those things that you just don't know to ask until you're kind of through the year and you're like, I don't know what that thing is. By the way, an OOTR is an out-of-towner for a dance. So if your kid wants to bring someone who doesn't go to South Pass High, they can apply to have them go. So there's things like that in that that are good to know. And then next slide. So then Hopefully you're all subscribed to the Tiger newsletter. We got all the emails from the district for people who said that they wanted to be subscribed, but we'll put something in the chat in a second to let you subscribe if you want to. If you're not getting those newsletters, they come out weekly. They're really long right now. They're really long at the beginning of the year, but I swear I do those. I try not to make them too repetitive, but there's lots of good information. We even have an FAQ in there for beginning of the school year for some of those things that are in the Tiger Guide to ask. Next slide. And then if you can follow us, Instagram, that's our Instagram, Facebook. We are on Facebook. I'm not sure how many people actually look at the Facebook anymore. And then on YouTube, all of our videos from all of our forums, basically since COVID, are on our YouTube page. So you can go back and see anything on there. There's lots of really great college forums. There's things about teen driving. There's things about fentanyl use. They're all really, really good forums that we've done over the last couple of years. So yeah, there's a couple of examples, and I'll put that link in there too. That's all I have. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. I'm at news@sphsptsa.net. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kristen. And next, we will be hearing from our fearless leader, Principal Eldred.
Hey there,
Wow.
everyone, and welcome back to the 25-26 school year. Really great to have everybody back on campus, staff, teachers, kids as well. We're looking forward to another great year. Last year was a really spectacular one for us in academics, athletics, and arts, and we're hoping to replicate that again for our students' experience this year. Just some quick reminders about communication, since we've been talking about it. It's critical for you as a parent to reach out to a teacher if there is an issue that arises with your student or in the class or whatever it is. Always reach out to the teacher first and give them the opportunity to be able to liaise with you and to explain to you what is happening in the classroom so that you have a better idea of what's going on. Not saying you don't believe your kid when they come home and sit at the dinner table, but it's always good to hear both sides and make sure that you create those open lines of communication. That's it. I'm looking forward to back to school night on September 11. Hope to see everybody there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything that you do. Next, we're going to be hearing from Mr. Bryant, one of our assistant principals.
Good evening, Tiger families. It's an honor and a privilege to serve once again as one of the two assistant principals. My name is Chad Bryant. Miss Blackwood, who is also present this evening, and I split the alphabet in half down the middle. And so if your child has a last name beginning with letters A through L, that is going to be my half of the alpha, the best half of the alpha, the top half of the alpha. So if there's any questions or concerns that arise, I am going to be your point of contact for that. Just a quick overview of some of the things that I tackle in my administrative role. One of the big ones is state testing. And so all of our 11th grade students get to take the CASP tests, that's English, math, and science, for the final time. That happens in February, March. And so I will be the point of contact for questions on that. Also the physical fitness test, which is administered in grades and 9. That is also something that I am leading. For the next point, for students that receive D's or F's in their primary coursework, we have an opportunity for them to recover those courses through our online learning platform, which is called Edgenuity. When students recover courses, they can do so for free on campus. Our counselors will work with your children to put in a Edgenuity period during their school day where they can recover one or more of those courses. And it's a great way to get back on track towards meeting graduation requirements in a timely manner. This week and next week, we are beginning our Pasadena City College dual enrollment program. This is a partnership that we've had ongoing at the high school for a number of years. And we have 2 different types of courses that we offer. There's 2 courses that we have during the school day. And this semester, those courses are camera production and emergency services. We have a brand new fire technology pathway that we're beginning this year that we're excited for, which began today. Next week, on Tuesday, our after-school courses begin, and we have 5 that are on offer this semester, with topics ranging from American Sign Language to personal finance, psychology, and more. Every semester, we offer a variety of enrichment courses for students that give them an opportunity to preview the rigor of what's expected at the college level, get a head start on some of their coursework at the college level, and also try some courses that we don't have on campus. Senior privilege cards are something that we offer to our senior class. Every year, it's an opportunity for students to leave campus during lunch and go off and get lunch outside, go to Lucky Boy, pick up a breakfast burrito, crispy bacon. That's my choice if anybody ever wants to bribe me. Senior privilege cards eligibility, we check 3 things. We check academics, grades, and discipline, and students must meet 2 out of the 3 of those requirements in order to leave campus. And then in my previous role with the district, I was in charge of technology and technology integration. So I continue that legacy in my capacity as being kind of the nerdy tech assistant principal. And then finally, if students want to take any courses outside of South Pasadena High School, on our website, there's a detailed list of policies and procedures on what that looks like. It's an opportunity for some students to, again, take enrichment courses outside of South Pasadena High School that we don't offer that are of interest to them. And we also have flexibility for students to take history courses and a few other types of courses outside of the high school. The general rule of thumb is if it's something that we offer on campus, we don't permit it to be taken outside. But if it's not on campus, then it can be taken outside and added to a student's SPHS transcript to a maximum of 30 credits. That's all for me. So that's a lot of information. And let me know if you have any questions in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bryant. That was great. And now we have Miss Vanessa Blackwood for speaking about her role as the other assistant principal. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Tiger families. I oversee the M through Z families who are equally as wonderful and spectacular as the A through L's, Mr. Bryant. The Tiger Guide is a great student handbook resource for your kids. Inside there, not only is it a way to help them keep organized with all of their classes and their homework and upcoming events, it also has pretty much the rules, policy, guidelines that we have on campus. And so you'll find questions about, answers about attendance. For example, with attendance, you have up to 3 days to clear your child's attendance before it becomes unexcused. Any kind of discipline consequences you could find in there, dress code violation. You could also learn a lot of things about our student leadership in there. There's all sorts of information that the students can find in there. So if they ever have a question of like, what's going to happen if I do this, they could look it up right there in that Tiger Guide. So along with the attendance, I mentioned 3 days to clear your attendance. If you need to get a grounds permit for your child because they have an orthodontist appointment later in the day, we need to make sure that the students bring a signed note from you or an email to our attendance office from you asking for permission to leave at a certain time. Students only get 1 ground permit per day. Let's see. I'm not sure if there's going to be a bunch of questions about attendance. So maybe if there's some, I could answer some in the chat in a little bit. But let's move on to the PSAT. The PSAT is on October 11th, and our last day to collect registration money is on September 12th. And on September 12th, I'm going to place the order for the PSAT, and we usually have about 300 kids that take it. It's on a Saturday morning. We're finished by noon. We do offer a sack lunch for the students who want one. And so that's our first like college board event that's coming up. Our second one are the AP exams. And so as soon as I finish collecting the money for PSATs, AP exam registration will begin on September 15th. The tests themselves are not until May. the first and second week of May, but the College Board has very strict deadlines on when to turn in money by, and that's November. So we have from the middle of September till about the beginning of November to collect registration funds and get everybody settled and find proctors and just the whole organizational process for the AP exams. And then lastly, the safety plan. I oversee safety, and we've already had a fire drill last week. We have a drill for fire drill, soft lock out, a hard lockdown, and of course the evacuation that comes later in October around the Great Shakeout time. And so, yeah, semester one, we've already knocked out one fire drill. We have another one coming before the end of December and also next semester. But the thing to remember for parents is that if we do have an evacuation, we have a student release area on the back side of our field. So off Meridian is a fence, a gate where you would come to pick up your students if we needed to evacuate for any reason. So the kids are going to practice this. I believe it's October 16th or 17th for the Great Shakeout. So we're going to share more information on that a little bit later as it comes. And then we're also going to have a special PTSA safety meeting where you can hear more about the different ways that we handle soft lockouts and hard lockdowns and in evacuations. So we'll be looking forward to that soon too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, next we're going to hear from Ms. Montoya, who's going to speak about the counseling department.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here on behalf of the counseling department at the high school. So I'm just going to cover a few important pieces of information, and then I'll definitely be checking the chat later on. So what do counselors at SPHS do? We are trained to provide personal social counseling, academic counseling, and college career counseling. And we do that in a variety of ways. We have an open door policy to your students at brunch and lunch. And if they feel like they might need a little more time or you'd like to schedule an appointment with us, by all means, please do. You can email us and we can schedule that. We definitely take a proactive approach, and we want students to feel comfortable seeking us out whenever they need, or at least coming and introducing themselves so that if at some point they do need some kind of support, that they feel comfortable accessing it. We also do in-class presentations, workshops, parent nights. So we really take an active role in our school community and want to make sure that families see us as partners and liaisons in their students' educational journey. Best way to contact counselors, I kind of mentioned email. Typically, we're checking that all day long in between student appointments. We appreciate your grace up front. Making sure everyone has the schedules that they need for graduation and for college takes up quite a bit of time the first couple of weeks of school, but by Friday, everyone should be where they should be. And will be a little more accessible. We actually already started in-class presentations today with seniors, talking about graduation, talking about college. And then later this week, we'll be pushing into freshman classes and making sure that they know who their counselor is, what we're here for, how to find us. Naviance is a web-based platform that we are very fortunate to have. Every year we will present to each grade level a certain curriculum that is appropriate for their grade. Freshmen, we will make sure to introduce it, and you'll also be invited to access this. Come senior year, this will be really helpful in terms of building your college list, actually junior year, really, building your college list. And then come senior year, it's the platform that we rely on to submit all of the letters of rec, the school profile. And so it's a great platform that allows teachers, counselors, students, and parents to access the information they need in one central hub. I'll also make a plug for college visits. That's where we post all of our college visits, and we have about 100 reps visiting from colleges throughout the country, starting in September all the way through November. So we have a calendar of those visits on Naviance, and then in the spring, we do a big push for scholarships for college. So that's also information that will be posted there. In-depth counseling information can be found under our school website, under academics and guidance and counseling. And again, please use this as a resource. We're really excited to be on this journey with you. Thank you. All right, so this is your counseling team, just so you can put a face with the name. Miss Ku Rodriguez in the middle is on leave, and so she has a substitute, Stephanie Miller. Like all of us, it's first initial, last name at spusd.net if you need to get a hold of Miss Miller. And we're also fortunate to have on our team a DIS counselor and a school social worker, and Mr. Carillon in the front, who helps us in a variety of ways. So that is our team.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Such a valuable service. So Ms. Stubbins, Natasha Stubbins, is unable to be here tonight. So I'm just going to, she did, however, send me a really lovely summary of what she does at the school. So if it's okay, I think I'll just read her words so you can get a better idea of what she does and what the Train Your Brain program and wellness centers do at the high school. So she says that the Train Your Brain, or TYB program, is dedicated to providing social emotional support services to our middle and high school students. As the school social worker at SPHS, my goal is to expand access to mental health support for any SPHS student that needs it. Our program includes individual counseling support, family engagement, classroom presentations, outreach, community building, restorative justice practices, and resource referrals. In addition, I run the Wellness Center at Brunch and Lunch, which is a space students can utilize to relax and unwind. Students may access social emotional support by dropping by the Wellness Center at Brunch and Lunch or emailing me at her email address to make an appointment. If the need is urgent, students can also request to go to the Wellness Center during class time. Referrals can come through a parent, counselor, or other school personnel. The only requirement to accessing support is being a willing participant and having a need for support. Sometimes students seek support during times of crisis, and other times they seek support for a chronic situation. While we offer individual and crisis support, we may refer the student to more comprehensive mental health service if the need is greater than can be met by the school. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out via email to Ms. Stebbins. Okay, and if you have specific questions about that, please do let us know. Next, we are going to move on to the peer mediator program, and we're going to hear from two of our students, Cora and Sarah, to tell us a little bit about this program.
Hi, my name is Sarah Andrade, and I'm currently a junior at SPHS.
I'm Cora Kung, and I'm a sophomore.
So Cora and I are the leaders of the Peer Mediators program.
A little bit about what Peer Mediators is. It is a student-led run group that is focused on providing support for student mental health, advocating for social justice and conflict resolution.
So a little like about what we kind of do. So we often host events like Wellness Week, which takes place before finals for both the first and second semesters. And then we also host other activities throughout the year like chalk day, rock painting, yoga with one of our English teachers, Miss Yarrow, and even having service dogs around campus.
As peer mediators, we are trained in restorative justice conflict resolution. In other words, we place an emphasis on rehabilitation and repairing rather than punishment.
So, our teacher advisors are Miss Caudry and Mr. Hoadley Brill. And a little fun fact is that Mr. Hoadley Brill started the program when he was a student at SPHS, and now he actually trains us in mediation.
We meet during first period in Miss Caudry's room, where we work on planning wellness activities and we do conflict resolution training. Right now, we are working on getting everything set up and ready for the rest of the school year.
Yeah, and since our program is an assigned period, and takes the place of a first period study hall or maybe a home study, we also offer a peer mediators club where students who don't have the time in their schedule to fit in the class can still participate in our program.
Currently, you can find mediation request forms in places like the counseling center, the office, and like various classrooms.
Yeah, and that's about it. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate what you do. Next, we're going to hear a little bit about the ASB from Casey Shotwell.
Good evening. Once again, my name is Casey Shaw. I'm that fortunate individual who gets to teach the leadership class each year and open up my room. If you're ever on campus and you're looking for me, I'm in the SAC room, otherwise known as the Student Activity Center. And in that room, I meet with the leadership class during fourth periods. We have 36 students. We begin work in June of each year to prepare for the beginning of school, which if you've been by registration at all, you may have seen us. We work both days of registration, then we plan and run freshman and new student orientation on the following Monday. And so as you can imagine, it takes a lot of preparation over the course of the summer, which then ends with our SAC assembly, which one of the other students may speak a little bit about this evening. The class itself is composed of 13 commissioners, 4 of them the Commissioner General, Commissioner of Internal Affairs, Correspondence, and Finance are really focused on meeting and addressing the needs of the students and overseeing ASB finances for the course of the year. They represent their voice. In fact, the Commissioner of Internal Affairs is the student representative on the school board. And then we have 9 other positions that focus on different areas. We have activities and athletics, academics, assemblies, as I mentioned earlier, clubs, and we're fortunate enough tonight to have the Commissioner of Clubs with us as well. Noontime activities, spirit and school and community, which ranges from everything from blood drives to staging the halftime at homecoming dance. So in addition to them, we have 16 class officers, the president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary for each grade level. The vice presidents, they serve on the school count, the school site council, I should say. They spend a lot of time raising funds for the activities for their classes. So like, and putting on those activities. So for the freshman officers, a lot of that occurs during lunchtime at school as they're kind of scaling up and learning how to manage such things, to the senior class officers who put on graduation and baccalaureate at the end of the year. We also have 7 appointed positions. Unlike the others, these positions are filled by application and interview. We started some years ago with a videographer because we realized we needed someone with that particular skill set. It then grew to include health and wellness officers to put more of a specific focus on that. We've since added diversity, equity, and inclusion representatives, environmental sustainability rep, and a photographer / historian as well. So that makes up our 36 members in our class. I think, I should mention, important date, Thursday, August 28th is Makeup Picture Day. So if your student was unable to attend registration before school started, that is the day to go to make sure that they get their picture taken for the yearbook, if they're an underclassman, for Aries, and for their SAC or ID card. So once again, that'll be Thursday, the 28th, so later this week, and we'll be doing that all day long. If they don't come in, we'll call them in. But thank you very much.
Great, thank you. Next, we have Adelaide Berlina, who is this year's ASB Commissioner General, who will speak a little bit more specifically about ASB.
Hi, thank you. Yes, like Ali said, I am the current Commissioner General at SPHS. So I'm basically like the head of commission in the ASB class. I lead all of our business meetings in ASB. Students hear me on the PA announcements weekly for announcements, and I just work with all members of the class to see that our responsibilities are upheld. Mr. Shotwell already kind of touched on the commissioners and the ASB class. But like he said, there are 13 commissioners, class officers, and then appointed positions. I have also been student body president of my class for the past 3 years, so I've been in both kind of roles. The class officers focus on more their grade in general, whereas the commissioners focus on the school as a whole. But we're all working towards a common goal, which is being a dedication to making SPHS a great place for both students and staff. We work together to boost school spirit and community, and host events such as assemblies, spirit days, and school dances. So our most recent assembly was this past Friday, which was the SAC assembly. It was our first assembly of the year, so it was a way to kind of introduce life at SPHS and kind of boost spirit, but also it focused all things SAC card. The SAC card or student activities card is a great tool for students, and I highly recommend that every student purchases one. It gives them perks such as discounts to dances, which are very helpful because tickets can get a little pricey and the discounts are always nice, as well as free tickets to football games and other sports games and discounts on other purchases throughout the year. I think the SAC card is a great way to help encourage students to participate in school activities and boost spirit because if there's a discount, I feel like more likely to participate. Um, and then, yeah, so assemblies are a big thing we work on throughout the year as a way to boost school spirit and just educate the student body. All assemblies serve a different purpose. So there's for Color Day assembly, which I'll talk about in a little bit, and then there's like for the talent show or for awards or farewell assembly at the end of the year. They're all the way to boost school spirit and community. Our next assembly, I believe, is the Color Day assembly. Color Day is the biggest spirit day of our school year where everyone can dress up in costumes of school colors. It is personally my favorite assembly of the year because it's one of our two assemblies held in the gym. So you really get to see everyone come together, and I love seeing the school spirit and the community that comes together then. But then we also work on all the assemblies throughout the school year. Other events that are in the process of being planned or will be planned in the future also include back to school night next month, Color Day, homecoming, other assemblies, and dances. And yeah, parents can keep up to date on ASB and school activities through the PTSA website that was already shown, the Tiger Bulletin, which can be found on the SPHS school website, and that shows all announcements or events that are broadcasted there. And then also Parent Square also gets all of the announcements directly to you through email. So yeah, that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Addie. That was great. And now we're very fortunate to have Layla Wabi, who is the clubs commissioner, to tell us a little bit about clubs at SPHS.
Hi, thank you. As the Commissioner of Clubs, I oversee all clubs at SPHS and plan club events. How clubs work on campus is that they're fully student-led, and this means that they can be either chapters from a larger organization or an original creation. For example, we have Film Club, Action Figure Club, Rubik's Cube Club, and so many other new clubs that are waiting for approval this year. Clubs are required to fill out forms each year to be approved and created for the year to participate in all the club activities. We also have chapters from larger organizations such as Model UN, UNICEF, Bread for Youth, and OMED. There are also so many other clubs that compete, such as Science Olympiad and Skills USA. Regardless of the club type, all clubs on campus help students create friends, develop leadership skills, and also give back to the community through community service and volunteering. In my opinion, the best way to be involved is to participate in Club Rush. This is one of the biggest club events of the year where clubs set up booths to publicize and gain new members. It also gives students the opportunity to learn about all clubs on campus. Every year I stop by Club Rush not only to join clubs, but to also connect with new people. Club Rush is actually coming up really soon on September 10th and 11th, so be sure to mark your calendars. For the current club list, it should be up soon. Mr. Shotwell and I are working on approving clubs, so hopefully that's on the website really soon. Anyways, that's all for me. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much. Next, we have Nick Hoffa. That's going to tell us the exciting updates about the drama department.
Hi everyone, nice to see you. And one club that Layla did not just mention is Drama Club. Layla is a two-time club treasurer, so in addition to being the commissioner, she's also very involved in the drama program and in our club specifically. I'm going to talk just very, very quickly about our productions and also about the classes. We have our main productions for the year are the fall play and the spring music. Our fall play this year is actually a fun year. We're doing two one-act plays, not just one show. The first act is called Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind, which is just about as wild and fun as it sounds. It's 30 plays in 60 minutes. There's a timer. We got to make it to the end in 60 minutes, or whatever happens in 60 minutes, it's done. and go have a cookie and come back for our second act, which is called Gone Missing, which is by an incredibly interesting theater company from New York called The Civilians. It's kind of a play, it's kind of a musical about things that you lose, whether it's your shoe or your sense of confidence. So that's going to be a fun show. And of course, the musical, which will be Mean Girls. We are very, very excited, as are the students for Mean Girls. So for both of those shows, you do not have to be in the you don't have to be involved in the drama club or in the drama classes to be able to audition. They are open to the entire student body. I'll put the link in the chat. All the information can be you can get everything you need at southpassdrama.com. That'll have links to everything that you need. The fall play is actually starting to audition in just a couple weeks. So if your student is interested in that, please head over there, reach out to me. If you have any questions, again, links in the same places to learn a little bit more about that. For the musical, we'll hold an info session in December about the musical, which those auditions will be the very first week we get back from spring break for an April premiere of this very fun show. That's a ton of information about those shows. I also just wanted to mention that while the shows are incredibly important, I think for most of the drama kids at the high school, the beating heart of the drama program are the classes. They're really a place where students get to really get to make sure that they have a home on campus at the little theater, a safe space, a fun space. And so if you're if you're interested in all, please also check out the classes at some point. There's 3 levels of drama classes. And I would be remiss if I didn't also mention that I know you're going to hear from some instrumental music. I also just wanted to do a quick shout out to some of my partners in crime who also do amazing work. Ms. Cheney with the dance program and Mix Ryman with the choir program, and also, of course, Mr. John, who I work very, very closely with stage crew, who's involved in the building of all the sets. So if your student is interested not just in maybe being an actor, but also being a dancer or a singer, or learn to make the sets or do any of the backstage stuff, you can talk to me or reach out to them, and we can put you on the right foot. So thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate if you would give us some contact information for those other programs that we did not include in this talk, like the set building and things like that. I think that would be great if we could get
Sure.
those links.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll put
Appreciate
their
it.
emails in there as well. Thanks.
Okay, awesome. And next we have Coach CB Richards. Hopefully he was able to join. I know he had a competing event tonight. He's our athletic director to give us some really important information about sports at our school and any updates.
All right, great. I was able to make it. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can
Okay,
hear
great.
you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to Tiger Athletics. I'm CB Richards, your athletic director, and I'm really happy to be here, present. We've got a lot of after-school sports that we have at the school. There's actually 51 different teams, believe it or not, 22 varsity and JV, and there's also 9 freshmen only, our frosh soft teams that we have. So really a lot of opportunities for people across all sports. There's 3 seasons of sport. There's a fall season, a winter season that is a hybrid of the end of the first semester and start of second, and then there is the spring season. So there's 3 seasons of sports over 2 semesters. Did really well last year. Really proud of what we did last year. If you don't know, 21 of our 22 sports made the CIF playoffs, 10 of them league champs. 2 of them were section champs, and 3, believe it or not, were state champions out of Little South Pasadena, California. So we did a great job representing South Pass across the sports complex. Well, how do you get on those teams? That's the question that we're here about. So athletic clearance. First thing you need to do is go to school website and go under athletics. And then underneath the athletics page, you'll find athletic clearance. It'll talk you right through what to do. There's a website called homecampus.com. That would be where you would get your athlete cleared. Every athlete has to register through that. And you would upload a physical. Physicals are good for 12 months. And we actually have over 600 athletes that have already been cleared for the fall. So we're doing a great job of getting that cleared. That same website, there's a transportation fee of $125 that each student has to pay for each sport. If there's sibling sports and multiple sports, you can email me. My link's on that webpage, and I can look that over. We can discuss how to make that transportation fee fit your budget if that is needed. And also, lastly, you got your athlete cleared. You've paid the fees. Now, how do I get on the team? So there's tryouts for most of the fall and the winter sports, those trials are usually during summer, which
Coach, I think we might have lost you.
still here.
Got you back. Okay, great.
Okay,
Going.
good.
We lost
So
you
I
for
was
a
talking
second.
about. Okay, we good now?
We're good. We can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, so tryouts. I was talking about tryouts and summer tryouts. Basically, are when most of the teams try out, except for the spring sports. They kind of do it over fall. If you go to the athletic website again, there's a link on the right side that says tryouts. You can click on that. It'll talk you through a calendar and tell you when. At the same point, you want to contact people. You can always contact me. I'm happy to reach all your emails and get back to you. Any questions you might have. You also, there's a link in there of coaches. You can contact the head coach directly on a case by case. If you missed a tryout, you can reach out to the coach and see what they can do. Maybe they could give you some information, and you could find that information to come out either this year or next year at this point. Spring sports will still have tryouts in the fall. Lastly, athletic handbook. That is a great handbook that Principal Eldred and I put together last year. It is on the website. It pretty much does a much better job of articulating what I'm talking about right now. And it's at the top of the webpage, athletic homepage, and it'll talk you through everything athletics and Tiger athletics. Most of your questions can be answered right there. But feel free to reach out to the coaches, or feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to answer any questions people have in the chat, and I'll be able to stay online the rest of the way now. Go Tigers.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next, we have Kristen Wingard, who is our SPHS Tiger Boosters president, who will talk a little bit about that program.
Great. Thank you so much. Great to be here. The Tiger Booster Club supports all of those athletic teams that CB just mentioned, many of whom are coming off the amazing performance that he talked about last year. It was just incredible, and we're still super excited about all that. We also support CB and the athletic department and all of the various student organizations and activities at the high school. So in that regard, it's a little bit different than middle school boosters, since we're a broader organization. We raise money through memberships, and there's several levels of membership on our website. I'm going to encourage you to take a look. Various levels of sponsorship as well, both for individuals and for businesses, boosters broadly, teams specifically, and then we sell a lot of really great SPHS merchandise. We provide direct funding to teams for equipment. Last year, we were proud to award $35,000 in grants. We fund banquets. We participate in, help them participate in tournaments, weight room training, etc. And then the other big thing that Boosters does is we provide administrative support that helps make additional fundraising possible. So all the teams fundraising, including overseeing Tiger Bingo, which you've probably heard a little bit about. Incredibly important. It raises up to $200,000 for all of these various sports and activities. So check it out every Saturday night in the gym. You can come play. You can sign up to work a shift and then raise money for your team. We put on fun community fundraising events. And just in my limited time, I'll just hit two briefly. I see the Tiger Runs up there. That's coming in December. But before that, we have Tiger Tailgate, which is September 19th before the football game, the home football game. It's a school-wide event in the pool parking lot. Food, DJ, band. It's a lot of fun. It's $25 in advance. If you are a gold or platinum boosters members, you get 2 free tickets. And this year we're also doing a $10 student ticket with a SAC card to encourage more students to come. And I don't know about your kids, but that's cheaper than Chipotle. So it's a great way for them to get dinner before the game. We also started another tradition last year around Color Day that you heard about earlier called Color Day Cocktails. This is a parent social event. It is October 4th. It's parents' opportunity to dress up and have some fun and raise money as well. So come for tacos, not alcoholic drinks, a parent social in my backyard. So fun for that, October 4th. And lastly, I would just say, I think hopefully you're all getting our newsletter. It's every other week on Mondays. But subscribe if not. You can subscribe by going to our website where you can get all kinds of information. Also follow us on Instagram. And lastly, just thanks to all of you for joining us and helping us and supporting us. And if anyone has any questions or comments or feedback, I'd be happy to receive it. And we can't do it without you. So thanks so much.
Great, that was awesome. Here's just a little visual snapshot of all the amazing things
yeah,
that our boosters do. Next we have Kendall Swenson talking about our Music Boosters program.
Hi, thanks, Allie. I'm Kendall Swenson. I'm here on behalf of the Music Boosters, which is a group of parents that help Mr. O, Dr. S, Mr. Padron throughout this school year with all things music and guard. We are underway with marching band season. Our first competition's coming up on October 11th. It's a Saturday, like all other comps. There are many volunteer opportunities for parents on these days. Sign-up links are on our website. Jazz Band is composed this year of many non-marching band students, so we'll be reaching out to families to create a community specific for this cohort of musicians. So if your child's in jazz band, be on the lookout or reach out to us if you haven't heard how to get involved. Our music students put on a highly successful car wash last week, and we thank all that came out to support us. The Music Boosters also ran the snack stand at the varsity football game home opener last Friday. We'll be there for all 3 remaining home games and for the playoffs that we expect to be in. And we look forward to seeing many of you out there supporting music at the snack stand. Our fall welcome letter has been distributed by our teachers. Please read through if you have a child in music. There's information on dues, our state competition trip this November, and volunteer opportunities. I want to point out to any new families at the high school that unlike at the middle school, choir is not part of the Music Boosters. So sadly, I miss helping out with the choir program, but I believe the boosters at large help support them. And Winter Guard will be coming up for second semester. So if your child or you're a student that want to get involved with music or guard but didn't have time in the fall because of like conflicts with a fall sport or maybe just too overwhelmed with starting school, keep your eye out for information for an opportunity to get involved with that. And we look forward to an exciting and rewarding school year. We thank our administrators, teachers, and parents for all their support. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate everything that you do.
Thanks.
Next, we have Chris Adams. Thank you so much for being here. She's going to speak on behalf of Karen Tamas, who wasn't able to make it, the school board.
Good evening, everybody. And first of all, I'd like to thank everybody who's presented so far. I can't tell you, as a veteran parent through this entire district, I get so excited with each and every one of you when you come on the board. I'm like, oh yes, do that. Go to the music things. Oh yes, spaghetti dinner. That's so fun. Oh yes, the fall play is my favorite. It's so fun. So anyway, thank you all so much. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Carissa Adams. I'm filling in tonight for Karen Tamas. Here on the SPUSD board, we have 5 members. I'm just lucky enough to be one of those 5. And each year we pick a different school to represent. Karen Tamas is actually your SPHS liaison for the year, and you will see her more than you will probably see me at these meetings. The goal for us is to communicate as much information as we can to you parents. And we try to use all these PTA meetings. So we encourage you to attend PTA meetings. We all show up and to share what's happening, behind the scenes in the school district, as well as connect with you and try to share your thoughts or your feelings, things that you're happy about, things that you're not so happy about, and how can we try to make this the best place for our students and also our families and parents. We have our school board meetings are always live streamed. We also have a very beautiful large boardroom, and we invite you all to attend a meeting. They're the second Tuesday of every month. They start for, the regular public at 6:30 p.m. And we encourage you to come. We really love to use that time to highlight things that are going on around the district. So, definitely check out our agenda, because last year was very exciting. We had so many kids to celebrate throughout the year. It was very, very fun from all the different activities, whether they were academic or extracurricular. So anyway, that's always great. And again, if you can't attend a meeting on a Tuesday night, you can always watch us online. It's really fun to know that there's people out there that we're actually talking to sometimes, not just avoid. And if you can't do that, either of those, you can always contact any one of your 5 board members from our emails. Karen Tamas, again, your high school rep, her email is listed there, but feel free to reach out to any of us. We are all equal opportunity for this entire district. We represent every single one of you. So, reach out to anyone you can, or see us in person. I'm pretty much at all school sites at one point or another with, random kids in this town. So, please come up and say hi. I usually look like this with the visor on. So, that's the way it is. So hopefully we can help answer any and all of your questions about the school district, and looking forward to a superb year. Special thanks to Allie Bearden for hosting this event. I think you're doing a really great job, and this is really helpful to everybody. So,
Thank you,
thank you.
Carissa. Thank you for presenting, and thank you for everything you do for our community. You are really valued, so we appreciate you. Next, we have Rob Clyde, last but not least, our SPEF president this year, who will just give us an update about SPEF and hit some highlights. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And I'll go really quickly so we can all get to bed. First of all, Carissa, thank you. I wear these headphones all the time too. So when you see me, you'll recognize me from my headphones. I'm kidding. Fall Fund Drive is starting. It has started for us. So if you have ever woken up on a Sunday morning in November and found the city littered with orange and black signs, those are people that have given to SPEF. SPEF is a board of almost 40 people made up of all 5 schools. We supplement the budget that we do not get from the state. Our city is one of the lowest funded cities in California. And so what SPEF does is it comes up alongside SBUSD. Last year, we raised and will give $947,000 to the schools this year. And my board has a definite goal of going for 1 million and breaking that ceiling this year and never looking back. We are going to be giving over $170,000 this year to our teachers, giving over 100 grants. That's because at Party Gras in May, the community raised $40,000 for teacher direct grants. We're very proud of everybody that showed up and just really came out of pocket for our teachers this year. We do enrichment programs like musicals and after school programs. And the number one thing that you can do for your to raise money for your schools is by enrolling your kids in summer school. Summer school is this amazing business that the SPEF staff runs, and it raises the bulk of the money that we give to our schools every year. So summer school is very important. Get the word out. Lastly, we are always looking for high school volunteers. You can email info@spef4kids.org, and our staff will reply at any moment and let them know how they can help us in the schools. So be on the lookout for texts and calls from your SPEF board this October. We're going to raise the most money we ever have and give it to our schools in the time of need.
Thank you so much, Rob. We really appreciate SPEF and all that they do for our schools and all the fun that they provide for our kids and ourselves. Love Party Gras, of course. So that's it for our speakers. I just want to say again, thank you so much for everyone that took the time to attend the meeting, and for everyone that spoke tonight. Again, if you have questions that didn't get answered, please reach out to any PTSA member. If we will help direct you to get the information that you need. I think we mentioned earlier that we will be having some meetings coming up soon. There's the meeting for the school safety plan and to discuss the district media, social media, digital media guidelines. That's Monday, September 15th. And then our next forum something like this, where we have the larger PTA meeting followed by an educational session, is October 27th. And as of now, we're looking into doing the topic of AI and the responsible use of AI. So if anyone has speakers that they know of or experts in the area, please reach out to me. I'm actively looking for people to talk to us and educate us about that, since it seems to be on everyone's mind these days. And on that note, if you have topics that are important to you that you would like to learn more about, then please reach out to me and we can explore other topics. Okay, final bid for if anyone has any questions, but I think it looks like everything was either answered or taken care of in the chat. So if there are no further questions, then I think we'll adjourn the meeting. And again, thank everyone for participation and attendance. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One last thing, we will send out an email with links to the recorded meeting and a link to get all of the links that were presented in the meeting. So if you missed something, don't worry. Bye.